We are beginning our journey today on the ground. So finding your way to laying on your back. Your feet can be met width apart and you can place your knees together. One hand on the heart, one on the belly, and whenever you are ready, go ahead and softly close down your eyes. Allowing yourself to arrive here in this moment, in the presence of your life, in your body. Taking a slow but deep full breath in through the nose. And a soft sigh out through the mouth. Noticing now the weight of gravity that is pressing onto your body. We are beginning our journey on the ground today very intentionally, and then we slowly will work our way up with less and less of our body in contact with the floor. So it will be a very slow journey of orientation, of playing between gravity and levity. Now I invite you to slowly begin to press your right palm towards the sky. Feeling how you're actually pressing through a thicker fabric. Lower the right hand and then begin to press your left hand up towards the sky. Lower it back down. Now pressing both of your hands up towards the sky. Notice if you can viscerally feel the gravity, the weight of space, like there is a resistance you press into. Lower your hands back down and then beginning to now press your right foot, your right leg up to the sky. Slowly lowering it back down. And then pressing now the left foot, the left leg towards the sky, pressing your heel up. Again, feeling the thick fabric you're pressing into. Now both legs lift and both feet press upward towards the sky. Like you're pressing into something. Lower them back down. Taking now your right hand and your right foot and pressing right arm and leg up towards the sky simultaneously. Slowly lowering it back down. Other side, left leg, left arm. Pressing into the weight of space above you. Up, up, up. And then slowly lowering it back down. Opening your arms wide now like a cactus. And on an inhale, pulling arms and legs towards your center. And on an exhalation now, pressing both of your arms and both of your legs up towards the sky, pressing into the resistance that is above you. And then lowering everything back down. Again, on an inhale, pull everything towards center, arms and legs. On an exhale, press into the resistance above you. Feel it. And then lowering back down. One more time, just like that, taking it slow. Noticing what you notice. And then keeping your arms and your legs extended and begin to roll out your wrists and roll out your ankles, just for a moment. And then letting everything land back down on the safe earth. From here, grabbing now the backs of your knees and beginning to rock up and back down. Finding a little bit of playfulness here, using the swinging motion up and down. Maybe if you want to challenge yourself, see if your feet are not touching the floor when you come up. One more time, rolling up, and this time using the momentum and landing in your forward fold. Your legs are bent, your feet are hip width apart. Maybe finding a gentle sway from side to side. Bringing your feet together now and then beginning to slowly bend your legs and begin to balance on your heels. And on an inhale, lifting your arms slowly all the way up. Opening the heart. On an exhalation, bending forward and down, landing back in your forward fold. We're going to move in between these two shapes. So one shape is very much a safer relationship to the ground, one that doesn't really require a lot of balance. And the other shape is very much a little more wobbly and definitely will require some form of balance. So just notice how you shift in between those two shapes and how the relationship of balance, your own rhythm of balance is changing. Now, the next time you land in your forward fold, stay here and then begin to step both of your legs back into a downward facing dog. And just finding a little bit of movements here, just some intuitive little wiggles, maybe walking it out on the spot. Now on your next inhalation, I invite you to slowly come forward, dropping your knees to the mat, arching the back, and on an exhalation, pressing back into your downward facing dog. And again, we're going to stay here in this motion for a little bit in your own time, in your own rhythm. And I invite you to notice what happens when you play between 4 points of contact with the earth versus 6 points of contact with the earth. What happens when the surface area amount reduces and then increases? What happens in your own field of balance? Is balance even something you need to consider in a downward facing dog, or does it feel very stable for you? Just notice. Now, once you arrive back in your downward facing dog, on your next inhalation, reaching your right leg back and up, three-legged dog, 3 points of contact. On an exhalation, bending your right leg, shifting forward, bringing knee towards your chest. Inhale, shifting back, three-legged dog. Exhale, bringing knee to nose. Notice what happens when you shift your weight forward in terms of balance. Inhale, three-legged dog once more. Exhale, knee to nose. And then this time placing your right shin down onto the mat and right away beginning to lift your left leg off the floor. I invite you now to come up onto all of your fingertips and beginning to slowly play with lifting one hand and then maybe the other hand off the mat. And eventually playing with floating both of your hands and arms off the mat, trying to balance and just noticing what is happening in your body as you play with balance. And again, not trying to find this like perfect point of balance, which will be very hard to attain in this position, but seeing if you can meet balance with a sense of playfulness. Now I invite you now to slowly lift your upper body and begin to press your left knee up in front of you without your left foot touching the mat. So we are still balancing, we're still playing. See if maybe it's shifted now. Maybe it's easier, maybe it's harder for you to balance here. Just notice, find a smile on your face, and eventually beginning to step your left foot forward into a low lunge. On an inhale, cactus your arms. On an exhale, shifting into your half split, reaching your arms back. We're going to move in between these two shapes. You're absolutely more than welcome to place your fingertips on the mat, or once more playing with balance by letting your arms float through the air as you move forward and back. Slowly finding your way now back into your low lunge. And then at this point, placing your fingertips in front of you on the mat, tucking your right toes, and beginning to shift your weight forward, lifting your right leg off the mat. Holding here for just a moment, and then beginning to lift your upper body, coming just for a second into your sort of warrior 3. Lifting your spine now even more, bending your right leg, and maybe without it touching the mat, begin to lift your right knee all the way up. Open your arms wide. And then grabbing your right foot with your hands and either coming into a normal tree shape or placing your right foot in front of your upper left thigh. So coming into a half lotus stand. Your hands can be together at your heart. Your arms can be extended. Your arms can really do whatever they feel like doing here in this moment. See if you can find a sense of stability in this upright standing position. And then releasing your arms, floating your right knee back up. And at this point, we're going to play with coming up onto your left toes. You're absolutely more than welcome to use your arms to stabilize a little bit. Just play with lifting your left heel, keeping your right leg in the air, and see what happens. It's absolutely okay when you fall, when you jump, when you wobble. Know that the wobble is required for new experience to emerge. The wobble that is required for new paths to be created. So embrace the wobble. Meet it with a smile. And then right away, I invite you to place both feet on the mat. Pull your shoulders back, maybe even closing your eyes, feeling the familiarity of this shape, feeling that landing, that safe relationship to the ground with both of your feet, where balance is no longer something that needs active attention from you. Just notice what you feel in your body right now. Now gently fluttering your eyes open, and on an inhalation, reaching your arms all the way up. On an exhalation, flowing into your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift straight back. Exhale, stepping into your plank. Take an inhale here. Exhale, lowering down, knees, chest, chin. On an inhalation, sliding through and forward into your cobra pose. And on an exhalation, tucking your toes, finding your way back into our downward facing dog. Beautiful. Find any little movements that call you here in this moment before we then together explore the other side. On your next inhale, beginning now to reach your left leg back and up. 3 points of contact. Exhale, bring knee into chest, shift weight forward. 2 more times. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, knee to chest. And again, inhale, lift it up. Exhale, knee to chest. And then lowering your left shin now down to the earth. Right away, floating your right leg off the mat, coming up onto both of your fingertips. And once more, beginning to play with lifting one hand, then the other one. Maybe you even want to play with coming up onto only your pointer fingers before you then begin to maybe lift both of your arms off the mat, even if it's just for a second. Again, meeting balance here with a sense of curiosity, with a sense of childlike wonder, with a sense of enchantment. What we do in our practice is really we take an aspect of our life that already exists, like our sense of balance, and we play with it It's already here. So how can we take that aspect and challenge it a little bit so that we can then begin to know ourselves from that place? Now again, lifting your upper body and letting your right knee float in front of you now. See if maybe the balance has shifted just a little bit. Find a smile. Let it be light and playful. And then slowly stepping the right foot now to the front of your mat. Inhale, opening into your low lunge. Exhale, half split. Maybe extending your arms back. Again, we're gonna shift in between these two shapes. Make them your own, finding your own way of moving forward and back. Using your arms to stabilize, or maybe letting them float through the air to play even more with balance. Now, the next time you come forward into your low lunge, placing your fingertips on the mat now, tucking your left toes, shifting your weight forward and lifting your left leg off the mat. Finding your point of balance and then beginning to lift your upper body, coming into your airplane variation just for a moment. And then lifting your upper body even more and beginning to bring your left knee up. And then from here, grabbing your left foot and either again coming into your tree or into your half lotus stand with placing the left foot in front of your upper right thigh. Your hands can be together in front of your heart. Notice what you notice. Stay curious with the sensations that arise in your body. Taking another deep, full breath in through the nose. And a soft sigh out the mouth. Releasing now your arms and letting your left knee once more float in front of you. And again now we're going to play with lifting our right heel off the mat, while leaving our left leg floating in the air as well. And again, let this be fun. Let this be playful. Let this be a meeting of balance, a meeting of the self, a meeting of yourself in this body. And just notice if and for how long you can stay on your right tippy toes while holding your balance. And again, allow the wobbles. Know that they create new pathways. And then I invite you to find both of your feet firmly rooted in the ground. Open your palms, pull your shoulders back, close your eyes. Feel this moment of arriving back in the safety of the earth. The moment where this fundamental sense of gravity is present in your body. This fundamental sense of stability is present in your body. Now slowly opening your eyes back up, bring your feet together. On an inhalation, reach your arms up. Exhale, flow into your forward fold. We're going to stay here and come up onto our tippy toes, slowly beginning to come down and balance on our heels. Inhale, slowly reaching your arms up and holding here for just a moment in this shape that we already explored at the beginning. See how it feels now. Maybe you even want to play with opening your knees wide here. And then lowering your fingertips down, walking your hands forward, still balancing on your toes. And then simply letting your upper body fold in between your legs. Maybe even closing down your eyes, letting your belly be heavy, your head, neck, and shoulders be heavy. And then slowly coming up, sitting back onto your mat as gracefully as you can, and making your way back down to laying on your back. Now again, on an inhale, pulling your legs and arms towards your center. On an exhale, pressing everything up towards the sky. And this time, crossing your arms, crossing your legs, letting them land above you, and then finding a softening in your arms and your legs. So you are coming into this very twisted, sort of self-hugging shape. Feeling the weight of your arms and your legs. Now untangle yourself, begin to press everything up towards the sky once more, and then cross everything in the other direction now. And then letting your arms and legs land on top of you, feeling their weight, feeling the gravity pushing everything down towards the earth. Feeling your heartbeat slowing down, your breath slowing down. And then once more, untangling yourself, reaching everything back up. Take a last inhale, and on an exhale, let everything drip onto the earth, landing in your safe haven, your Shavasana. And I invite you here to really pay attention to every part of your body that is in contact with the earth. And feel this deep-rooted safety, this beautiful fundamental relationship that you have to the earth. This fundamental relationship that we need to know life, to experience life. For me, this relationship to the earth is the foundation. For me, balance feels most easeful when I am in a place of connection, of relationship to the earth. When I am in a place of grounding deep down into the earth. And then we get to explore upward. We get to explore space while staying connected and held from the earth. Take another deep, full breath in. And on an exhale, finding a soft sigh out the mouth. Slowly beginning now to extend your arms over your head if it feels right. And then maybe bending your legs and rolling onto one side. And then slowly coming back up into a cross-legged seated position. Take this moment to give yourself any last movement, any last little wiggles that want to come through before we end this practice. On your next inhale, reaching both of your arms all the way up. On an exhale, letting your palms find your third eye space. Inhale, lift your chin, lift your heart. Exhale, bow forward and down towards the earth. Honoring yourself, honoring this practice. Honoring the life force that is flowing through you. Thank you so much for playing and exploring together with me today, my loves. I can't wait to see you in the next class.